His excellent Sugar Ray Leonard. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Jab to the body, trying to wear him down. Swing and a miss with that hook. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this will be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When are we going to see a jab from these two? We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. And there's an uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. This is more serious. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can...
Here we go, it's round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can't land that jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How did it... There's the bell for round three. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. done with that counter shot. Can't land the jab there. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice counter punch right up the middle. How about that time counter shot? This is with the jab. Only catching air with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
No rest for the weary. They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. He just misses with that jab. A perfect counter lands. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Catch and shoot. Good counter punching. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You'd like to see more jabs. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. And there's the bell to start round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. You don't want to trade shots. They are giving us a high-tempo show. That jab misses. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
With fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Nope, that jab not going to score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Leonard in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the score. And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That left hook missed. About that technique on that shot. Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Where?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
That counter punch caught him clean. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he scores with the counter. And Sugar Ray is rocked. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. And we enter the 8th round. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. We almost saw a knockout, a big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way.